Welcome back to The Inspired Entrepreneur with Heather Hope. Hey guys, it's Heather Hope again. Welcome back to the show. Okay, so we're going to jump into this. I'm feeling a little tired today. I've been doing a lot of things, and so we're just going to jump in. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been with me since the beginning, awesome. You're awesome. Thank you for all the comments and the likes and all that good stuff. Of course, my name is Heather Hope, and I'm a Law of Attraction business coach. So I help business owners, self-employed entrepreneurs, anybody who is self-employed. I help them with the law of attraction and their business. So how do I incorporate that? How to implement that? How to think in a way? It's really about thinking in a way, in a different way. It's a very different way of thinking. So this podcast, The Inspired Entrepreneur, is based on the book that I'm about to publish. It is 366 Days of Inspiration for Entrepreneurs. And so today is October 16th. Let's jump into this. Okay, so the message is match the feeling. It's the law of attraction. The more you feel good, the more good will immediately show. The more you feel abundant, the more abundance will immediately show. The more love you feel, more love will come to you. The $1 million ideas will pour in the more you feel like $1 million. Your job is to conjure the feelings of what you want for it to show up. So every morning, gosh, today's been a really pretty cool day of manifestation, of just having thoughts and then like an hour later they appear. It's been really interesting. And since yesterday, I've been seeing triple digits constantly. It's been one of those days, like since yesterday. Well, maybe it was just primarily yesterday. But do you ever have those days where it's nonstop triple digits? Like 111, 222, 555, all of them. And it's just like one after another. And I'm not looking for them, because if you're looking for them, you're probably not going to find them. But, so it's one of those like last couple days of, wow, just things keep coming to me. It's just thoughts come, and then the manifestation comes from that thought. And it's like I can be sitting, this is today. Honestly, I had 3 things happen today. They may not seem very big, but they're really cool. But I have a thought, and then somebody will message me or post something that is exactly what I thought of. And it involves me. Out of the blue, this person comes in. And then another thing came up. This is all on Facebook. Another thing came up, and I had a thought about it, and then was like, whatever, and I moved on. And then like an hour or two later, one of my clients messaged me with the exact thing that I was thinking about. And it was about her and this particular subject. And I'm like, okay, thank you. But earlier when the first thing happened this morning, I was sitting at my dining room table eating breakfast, and one of my past clients had messaged me something. It was the first manifestation. And I told her what happened. And she's like, you are an awesome manifester. I had worked with her for many, many months. And so I'm like, it's just all downstream. Just have thoughts and just really don't have any attachment to them. Just like, okay, cool. And so I sat there and I'm like, God, I want to go tell my husband. He was back in his office. And so often, all I have to do is just sit there and think, yeah, I want to go tell my husband, but you know what? I think I'll sit here. And within 2 minutes, he'll be coming around the corner. And I do this all the time. Sometimes I do it on purpose, but sometimes it's just a feeling. Like, oh, if I just wait out for a little bit, he'll be coming out. And he doesn't always come out. Sometimes he does, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's coming out every 5 minutes. He could be coming out in an hour or 2 hours or whatever. But it's just one of those moments of like, I think I'll just chill here for a little bit. And then out he comes. And I kind of had a feeling that he would come out. Well, I just did because from experience, I'm like, he just always does when I think about it. Anyhow, so my point was every morning, I usually get up around 7 and I go and get my water and my coffee. I put like a half a protein shake in my coffee now in the morning to keep me awake and going in the morning. And it's been working out really well. And I go do that. I take my morning supplements and then I grab my journal, my books, and I go back to my meditation room. This is my routine every morning. And I sit back in my meditation room for, geez, probably 2 to 3 hours. You know, I'll come in and out. I usually have to go to the bathroom at least twice and refill my water. And, you know, so by the time I'm done in there, I've had 4 glasses of water, 1 cup of coffee, half of a protein shake, several posts on Facebook done, writing in my journal, reading a little bit from my book, a bunch of things, because that's my time to really feel good, really start my day. And otherwise, you know, so often in the past, it's just kind of like you get up and you just get ready real quick, or, you know, it's kind of a stressful morning just from like if you have to go to work or something. And, you get ready and you just like rush out the door. You know what I mean? And now, well, of course, working from home, I have the luxury of having a lot of time on my hands. I have a lot of time. And I can't work every hour of every day. Like, that's not me. I get bored. I need to go do something else. And so I allow myself to have that. And I did that, you know, for when I started the Millionaire Manifestor. If you don't know that page, it's a page on Facebook, and it's what I started early last year. I think it was February of last year. I started the Millionaire Manifestor page. We're at like 10,000 followers. And that was just from inspiration. But that came from starting my mindset work in the morning and getting myself ready for the day, like mentally ready for the day, emotionally ready for the day, feeling really incredible. So I have like this whole routine, and I change it up every so often, of writing in my journal. And, you know, I share my journal entries with my Academy members. And yesterday we were on our live Q&A, and I was reading several pages of my journal of what I've been writing, because I really am into writing a bunch of different things. And then I read a lot of that in the morning. I will write something new for the day, and then I'll go back and I'll read some of the stuff in the past week or so. And then a bunch of things I do on Facebook early in the morning. Like I have posts that are already scheduled. And then right now we're playing the prosperity game in my group. If you're not in my group, I have actually not, I haven't, what is that called? My group was crazy wild last year. Like last year for months, both my Millionaire Manifestor page and my group were growing at an insane pace. Like my Millionaire Manifestor page without ads, I rarely ever run an ad. Every blue moon I do. I'm going to start running more ads though. But I was getting, 50 to 200 likes a day, like new likes, new people, new followers a day for months. And so it grew pretty quickly. And then my group at the same time was growing like 25 to 50 new people a day, organic, completely organic, which means the law of attraction, which means I was in like this major great alignment, following my inspiration, posting certain things, doing certain things, like my own strategies that I came up with through inspiration only. I don't really try to come up with anything. I just follow my inspiration, my thoughts that come to me when I'm doing stuff. You know what I mean? So it was rapid growth. And so I was getting my email list really packed, you know what I mean? Because I was asking for emails when they entered the group. It wasn't mandatory, but I was getting up to 25 emails a day just from entries into the group. So, and then I kind of got burnt out. I was kind of like not really liking it anymore. You know what I mean? Like you just kind of, you like we as humans, we want to expand. And so after a while, I was just like, you know what I mean? Like I want to do something else. So I kind of let it go. And so I will post here and there in the group, and whatever you put your energy in on, whatever your focus, your energy will grow. Whatever you put your like pretty much consistent energy, consistent focus. This is why I tell my people to focus on the things that you want to grow. Because when you focus on it daily, it will grow. It will grow. So you can grow your Facebook pages, your groups, whatever you want to grow. If you focus on it daily, it will grow. When you take your focus off of it, after a little while, like the momentum was strong, you take your focus off of it, it will eventually die off. So if you find yourself, I see this a lot in groups on Facebook of people asking why, things have slowed down or whatever. And I'm like, one of my first questions is like, have you taken, like, do you have the same amount of focus on your group or whatever it is? Are you feeling the same way about it? Like I was all into the whole growing fast thing. That was really a lot of fun. At times it got pretty, crazy. Because I remember when I first really got my group going, and I think I got something like 450 new members over the course of a weekend. And most of those people gave me their email at that time. Because I was hosting a 5-day training at that time. And so I got a ton of people in really quick. No ads, no nothing like that. And so it started the momentum of the group. And then it just grew. And I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of structure. Like I had certain things I did. I was in the flow. And then a few months later, I was like, so I let it die. And ever since, this is probably a year now, since I still have the group. I still post in it. There's times where I didn't post for maybe a few weeks. So the traction is not as strong at all. My focus is just not on the group. Like sometimes I think about archiving it, honestly, because I'm still just undecided. And so if I'm undecided, I just don't do it. I just kind of let it sit there and see, what the next strategy comes in for me. Anyhow, so but we're playing the prosperity game in my group. So the group is called, I renamed it to the Inspired Entrepreneur with Heather Hope. So if you want to join, I think I'll start letting people in again. It's been a while since I've let people in, just because I've got a lot. Right now I have 150 requests for the group, and at least 50% of them have a email attached. So I changed over my email system, and so now I need to enter those emails. And that's basically the only reason why I haven't touched those requests, because my husband used to do them, and then we stopped doing them. And then now I'm like, I probably have like 50 things on my to-do list a lot of the time with all the things I'm doing. So it's like one of those things where it's time to get a VA for sure, because I've got a lot of stuff that a VA could do. Anyhow, that was the whole point of that entire story. But so match the feeling. Let's get back to topic here. And it's 5:55 p.m. my time. I just looked at the clock. So match the feeling. It's the law of attraction. So anytime that you're focused on something, the law of attraction will give you more of that. It's so simple, right? Tell me in the comment section. Tell me it's simple. I actually wrote a little tiny post this morning. I put it in my journal, and then this is what I do in the morning. Like a lot of things come to my mind, and this is how this book was written. A lot of it was I'll be journaling and something will come to me. Or, I listen to Abraham in the morning, so that's part of my mindset stuff. Um, and some Bashar, depending. And so one of the things was let it be easy. Like something was easy this morning. Like lots of things were easy today, but lots of things were easy, honestly. And like throughout the day, things that I needed to know, I just looked it up and boom, there it was. Boom, there it was. It was just like something that I had been wanting to get figured out for a while now. I was just like, okay, let me check on it right now. Let me see what the option is right now. And then boom, there it was. And it was so easy. By the way, I love YouTube. When I found out something again about YouTube, I went back to my husband today and I'm like, I freaking love YouTube. I said, I think I'm going to move my entire business to YouTube and forget Facebook because YouTube is so good. The things that you can do on YouTube. I said, I'm just going to be a full-time YouTuber. I'm just going to go all in on YouTube and forget Facebook because, and obviously the better it gets, the better it gets. And the more I've lined up my thoughts about YouTube, you know what I mean? Like if you were, what's it called? If you were not looking forward to something, and like, what's that called? What is that word called? I don't remember. But if you were just not looking forward to something, you're just kind of like, I forgot the word. It's a good word, but I can't remember. It's just the energy's not lined up. Well, the energy's lined up for like not a great experience because you are not looking forward to it or not liking it or not wanting to do it, right? It's like going to the gym. If you don't like going to the gym, chances are your thoughts about going to the gym suck. You know what I mean? And then you have to line up. If you really desire to go to the gym, like the outcome of going to the gym, right? And then you line up the thoughts to going to the gym of like, okay, well, you know what? I know that once I get there and once I start getting on the treadmill and once it's like, yeah, I'm out of the house, that's a huge thing. That's awesome. I'm around people, that's okay. And I'm on I love treadmills. And I'm looking at getting a standing desk with a treadmill just to move just a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I don't really like sitting anymore because it's just kind of uncomfortable. But once I get going, it feels good. And then once I'm done, I feel really good. So it's lining up to going to the gym to actually go there and feel good about it is, oh my gosh, I'm going to feel really good once I get there and start getting on the machines and like being around humans. And because usually the humans at the gym are pretty nice because they've got some endorphins running and they're usually pretty nice people. And I feel good instead of like, oh my God, I don't want to go. That's just terrible. It's torture. And it's like, that's not lining up with your desire. You have to line up with the desire. If the desire is to go to the gym, make sure you have good reasons that you want to be at the gym. Don't go because all of the fitness models on Instagram go to the gym. Do it because you really want to. But anyway, let's keep going here. So it's the law of attraction. Anything you focus on, you get more of. So if you focus on going back to the gym, if you focus on how awful it is to go to the gym, you're going to get more thoughts and feelings about how awful the gym is. This stuff is so easy. It really is, right? When you get it, it's like, okay, so whatever I have my thoughts on, I will get more of that. Okay, so you are in control of your thoughts, whether you believe that or not, you are. You get to decide what you think about. Like, you have total control of the thoughts that run through your mind. You really do. You have control. If you don't feel like you do, trust me, it just takes practice of like catching them. You have to catch your thoughts like mid-sentence and be like, nope, not today. And you just pivot. It's like one of my most favorite things to do is pivot how I'm feeling, pivot how I think. When I realize that I'm going down the wrong road of thoughts, I'm like, oh gosh, no. That took a while. That took a while to really get the hang of. And now it's super automatic, and that's why I know that I have complete control of what goes through my mind. So, okay. So the more you feel good, the more good will immediately show. I don't know if that's proper grammar. I highly doubt it. The more you feel abundant, the more abundance will immediately show. The more you feel love, more love will come to you. $1 million ideas will pour in. The more you feel like $1 million, I have a course called Manifest Your, what is it called? Manifest Your Millionaire Life. It is in my academy, so you get access to it immediately. My past clients will message me out of the blue saying, I just went through your course again because they have access forever. And they're like, oh my God, it got me right back into inspiration and feeling good and all that. So, your job is to conjure the feelings of what you want for it to show up. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go today because I don't want to run these so. Because I know a daily podcast, you guys are busy, you're entrepreneurs, you're go getters, you have families, you have stuff to do, and I don't want to take up so much of your daily time. So I appreciate you being here, and I will talk to you tomorrow. But join me in my academy if you feel inclined. You get to ask questions, and you get my total support and guidance and everything. It's where I do like almost everything is in that group. So join me. The link is down below. I will see you or talk to you or something. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye.